Existentialism and Algorithms, an article hosted at Majestic Vision. Transhumanism is a philosophical and religious movement that believes humans can and should use science and technology to improve their physical and mental abilities. The goal of transhumanism is to create a future in which people can become immortal and have superhuman abilities. Some of the most popular people in transhumanism include Ray Kurzweil, Google's director of engineering, who believes that humans will eventually merge with technology, and Max Moore, the co-founder of the Extropy Institute, who believes that people should use science and technology to radically extend their lives. The most popular literature in transhumanism includes books like The Immortalist, by Alan Harrington, and The Transhumanist Wager, by Zoltan Istvan. These books explore the possibilities of what could happen if humans continue to use technology to improve themselves. Some of the most popular people in transhumanism are figures such as Michio Kaku and Peter Thiel. These individuals are all well known for their work in the field of technology, and they have each made significant contributions to the transhumanist movement. Kurzweil, for instance, is a leading figure in the development of artificial intelligence, while Kaku is a renowned theoretical physicist who has written extensively about the potential implications of future technologies. Thiel, meanwhile, is a venture capitalist who has been a major financial backer of numerous companies working on cutting-edge technologies. In addition to these individuals, there are also a number of popular transhumanist authors. Some of the most influential transhumanist books include titles such as The Singularity is Near, by Kurzweil, and Transcendence, by Kaku. These books discuss the potential for future technologies to radically change the human condition, and they offer insights into what a transhuman future might look like. Other popular transhumanist authors include Zoltan Istvan, whose book The Transhumanist Wager has become something of a transhumanist manifesto, and Nick Bostrom, whose book Superintelligence discusses the risks and rewards of artificial intelligence. Transhumanism is a growing movement that is quickly gaining popularity around the world. With its focus on using technology to improve the human condition, transhumanism offers a unique perspective on some of the most pressing issues facing humanity today. And with its growing roster of popular figures and authors, transhumanism is poised to continue to make a significant impact on the world in the years to come. There is no doubt that artificial intelligence, AI, and algorithms are playing an increasingly important role in our lives. From the way we search for information online to the way we are marketed to, it is clear that these technologies are deeply intertwined with our daily lives. However, there is a growing movement that believes that algorithms could be the source of truth for transhumanism. This may sound far-fetched, but there is a growing body of evidence to support this claim. For example, consider the way that AI is being used to create artificial neural networks. These networks are designed to simulate the workings of the human brain, and they are getting increasingly sophisticated. In fact, some believe that artificial neural networks could eventually exceed human intelligence. If artificial neural networks can surpass human intelligence, it stands to reason that they could also be used to create artificial people. These artificial people would not be bound by the same limitations as we are, and they could potentially live forever. Of course, this is all speculative at this point. However, the possibility that algorithms could be the source of truth for transhumanism is an intriguing one that merits further exploration. Postmodernism is a philosophical movement that embraces the idea that there are no objective truths, and that all knowledge is subjective. It rejects the idea of absolutes and instead focuses on the fluidity of reality. There are a number of postmodern existentialists who have made significant contributions to the field of existential thought. Some of the most notable contemporary existentialists include Jean-Paul Sartre, Friedrich Nietzsche, and Martin Heidegger. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in the relationship between existential philosophy and artificial intelligence. This is due in part to the increasing prominence of artificial intelligence in our society. As algorithms become more sophisticated, they are increasingly being used to make decisions that affect our lives. This raises a number of important questions about the role of algorithms in our society. Some existentialists have argued that algorithms are a source of problems for humanity. They claim that algorithms can never truly understand the human experience, and as such, they can never truly be objective. This means that they can never be used to make truly objective decisions. Existentialists believe that humans must always be aware of their own subjectivity and that this is what gives us our freedom. As such, algorithms that make decisions for us could be seen as a form of oppression. Others have argued that algorithms can actually be helpful to humanity. They claim that algorithms can help us to automate repetitive tasks, freeing up our time to focus on more important things, thus contributing to human freedom. Additionally, they argue that algorithms can help us to make better decisions by providing us with more accurate information. In this view, existentialists should embrace the use of algorithms, as they can potentially help us to lead better lives. The debate about the role of algorithms in existential thought is likely to continue for some time. However, it is clear that algorithms are playing an increasingly important role in our society, and it is important to consider the implications of this for existential philosophy. Sartre was one of the first philosophers to explicitly develop and articulate an existentialist philosophy. His work laid the foundations for much of what would later be developed by other existentialists. Sartre emphasized the fundamentally absurd nature of life and the human condition. For Sartre, existence precedes essence. That is, humans must create their own meaning in life, as there is no inherent meaning in existence itself. This leads to a sense of responsibility for one's own life and actions. The will to power and algorithms. Nietzsche is another key figure in existential thought. Nietzsche emphasized the role of power and will in human life. For Nietzsche, the will to power is what drives humans to create their own meaning and purpose in life. He also believed that the traditional Platonic values of truth, goodness, and beauty are nothing more than illusions created by the powerful. Algorithms are a source of problems for humanity because they strip away the freedom of humans. Existentialists believe that humans have the power to choose their own actions, but algorithms remove this power by making choices for us. For example, Facebook's news feed algorithm decides which posts to show us based on our interests, and this limits our ability to choose what we see. This can also have a negative effect on our mental health, as shown in a study that found that people who used Facebook more often were more likely to report feeling lonely and possibly alienated. Existentialists argue that the will to power is essential for humans, and algorithms threaten this power. Algorithms take away our freedom by making choices for us, and this can lead to feelings of emptiness and despair. We lose our sense of self when we're not in control of our own lives, and this can be damaging both mentally and emotionally. Heidegger is another important existentialist thinker. Heidegger's work was deeply influenced by phenomenology, a philosophical movement that emphasizes the study of lived experience. For Heidegger, humans are defined by their relationships with others and their environment. This leads to a focus on care and concern for others as a fundamental part of human existence. There are many other postmodern existentialists who have made important contributions to the field. These thinkers include Albert Camus, Maurice Merleau-Ponty, and Gabriel Marcel. Existential thought has also been taken up by a number of contemporary philosophers, such as Simon Critchley and Slavoj Žižek. Existentialism is a notoriously difficult philosophy to define. In part, this is because it is not a unified theory or set of ideas. Rather, existentialism is more of an approach or attitude that emphasizes individual freedom and responsibility. As such, there is no one correct way to interpret or understand existential thought. There are a few key ways in which transhumanism and existentialism differ. For one, transhumanism is focused on using technology to improve the human condition, while existentialism is more concerned with the philosophical implications of existence itself. Additionally, transhumanists typically believe that humans can and should strive to transcend their current limitations, while existentialists may see such limitations as inherent and unavoidable parts of the human experience. Finally, transhumanists tend to be optimistic about the future potential of humanity, while existentialists are often more pessimistic about what life has to offer. Despite these differences, there are also some significant similarities between transhumanism and existentialism. Most importantly, both philosophies are concerned with the ways in which humans can create meaning in their lives. Ultimately, then, transhumanism and existentialism are two philosophies that offer different perspectives on the human condition, but which also share some important commonalities.